On this car we've got a windshield washer reservoir leak. Once I add fluid in here, you can see massive leaks under the car. So in this video I'm going to show you how to remove this reservoir from here, how to test the pump, how to test the fluid level sensor which is attached on the reservoir. And actually on this car, since it's an S-Class, you've got two pumps. One is going to be for the headlights. First, let's get some more working space. With a 10mm, let's remove this nut from here. And we should be able to remove this coolant reservoir. In theory, you should not need to drain any coolant, so you can just place it apart, unplug this level sensor. We've got a simple connector. Down here, this wiring harness is attached to the coolant reservoir. Okay, I pried it out. And you can set apart the coolant reservoir. We will have to disconnect these two hoses, so let's see. I'm going to use this tool with which you can catch the hose clamps a lot easier, like this. As you can see, coolant can come out through these hoses, so it's a good idea to obstruct the ends of them. I'm using this lockable plier. All right. And if you have a look on the side here, you can see the fluid level sensor, which is way above of the existing fluid level right now. That means the fluid is not leaking through this point. Then we've got the pump which delivers the fluid to the main windshield. And then we've got the pump for the headlights. All you have to do is to pull the reservoir. Okay, this one is out. All right, and level sensor. Yeah, somebody did some work here on this pump. So let me see if I can pry it out. Okay, so it comes out. Let's remove this pump from here. I pressed on this tab here and you can take it out. Also, let's remove this pump from here. It looks like there is a one-time use hose clamp here. Alright. So I'm going to actually insert back the pumps in their positions here to see if the leaks are by the pumps. Now this reservoir should be sealed. Right, so now I block these nozzles and I can pour in the fluid. And let's see, where is the leak? It's not leaking by the pumps. Let's see on the bottom here. There is absolutely no leak at the moment. Let's take out this rubber gasket. Alright, so this is responsible with sealing. Okay. So it looks like when you put this gasket on the pump, it's very sealed. However, it might not be the same while it's sitting in here. Okay, so to make sure that there is no leak between the gasket and the reservoir, I'm going to use actually this gasket maker, since it can be very good in sealing. And I'm going to apply a good layer, okay, on this rubber gasket. Okay, so the reservoir is clean and dried. Now I'm going to apply the gasket. The gasket maker is gonna make its job. I'm gonna let it dry for half an hour, and I'm going to do the same on this pump. Here we've got a bigger gasket actually. Okay, let's dry it up. Okay, so it went in. I'm not gonna press it too much in there. I want this gasket maker to harden first, and then when I put the pump in, it's gonna press on the gasket and hopefully it will seal a lot better. Because if you replace these gaskets with new ones, the only difference it might be that they will be a little bit thicker. So you basically do that with this gasket maker. And let's see if it works or not. Alright, while the gaskets are drying up, let's see how to test the pumps, what to look for on the connectors, and how to test the fluid level sensor. For the pumps, you've got a simple 12 volt electric connector. You need a 12 volt supply, either an external battery or you can take from the car battery. I'm using these covered alligator clips, and in that way I can have a safe connection in there. So let's see if it works. Okay, that's a clear sign. Let's reverse the terminals. And it works. On this one actually you've got marked as well the polarities. You've got a plus on the left here and a minus here. Now for the level sensor, I've got here a connector which comes from the coolant temperature sensor from another car. So once I connect it here, I will get a better access to the sensor terminals through these two wires. On the voltmeter, turn it to 2000 ohms, and let's see the resistance of the sensor while the reservoir is empty, and we've got 174 ohms. And now I've got a long hook. You can see that little white lever, and I'm going to take that little white lever and rise it up. That will simulate the reservoir being full with fluid. And here we go. We've got full continuity through the sensor. Not anymore because I don't have it on, but now I have it on. Now I've got the keys in the second position, and let's see the signal at the windshield washer pump. We've got 0.1 volts, and here we've got almost 5 volts. And let's see if I get a voltage change while I activate the pump from the dashboard. Okay, so now it's time to install back the pump. First, it's a good idea to install it on this delivery hose. Make sure that you've got the right hose clamp. This has to be one of the smallest. Very possible that the leak is coming from here actually. Everything is in position, the pumps are on. I'm actually very curious to see if I fix this leak or not. One pump is on. Right, looks like it's working well. See, we've got the leak here. Now about this leak here, I believe it's also because of this one-time use hose clamp which are not sealing properly the hose on this nozzle. So what I'm gonna do next, I will go ahead and buy a new hose clamp, remove the hose from here, install the new hose clamp on, and that will definitely fix the leak. Okay, so I'm gonna have a look on the level, fluid level. It's hard to see on the camera, but actually you can see that white floating thing from the sensor. I'm gonna check the level after 1 hour. Okay, so that was it. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you have this car with a V6 engine, go ahead and check out the other videos I made about it. And don't forget to subscribe, it's free for you, and you're gonna get a lot of videos about how to repair and maintain cars with different issues. So stay tuned and I will see you in the next video. Alright, so after 1 hour, the fluid is exactly the same. The level didn't change, and I actually added some original washer fluid until that sensor was flat, like that.